Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword. This is going to be the most upbeat you will ever see me coming into a Skyward Sword recording, and I will tell you why. It is because just 30 minutes ago, maybe not even, Nintendo Direct, the livestream, announced the release, or the upcoming release anyway, of Skyward Sword for Nintendo Switch, a remaster of the game that I'm playing right now. We have been discussing that for the entirety of this Let's Play up until this point. More as a hypothetical, more as a what-if. Generally, leaks do indicate... Oh, hold on. I think... No, everything should be alright. I was thinking, maybe I hadn't set all of my brightness options correctly, but no, it should all be good. Because the last time I recorded something out of component video was this game, so everything should be good. I literally just pulled myself out of bed. I wasn't planning on doing a recording today, but once I received a notification on my personal Discord that indeed Skyward Sword had been confirmed for Nintendo Switch, I went onto the Nintendo Direct livestream and I managed to catch the last 30 seconds or so of that. It has been confirmed indeed that Skyward Sword will not be only motion controls, but will in fact also support button controls, which is really good. I was saying initially, when I was going through, I suppose my personal impressions of the very idea of Nintendo coming out with a Skyward Sword remaster or remake, depending on how they would approach it, my initial impression was that they wouldn't go so far as to include button controls because they would have to change too much of the game fundamentally. But I came to realize that actually, with the advent of gyro being used on the Switch, most of what is done in the way of motion controls in this game that I'm playing right now can be achieved with gyro. Therefore, my second impression upon realizing that was that actually button controls are quite probable for a possible upcoming remake or remaster of this game on the Switch, and lo and behold, literally 2 days after I last spoke of it, it has been confirmed in that Nintendo Direct livestream. I was told about that Nintendo Direct livestream coming, but yes, good timing indeed, number 7. Looks like my chroma key's already messed up, 1 minute. But yeah, so to get myself back on topic, yeah, it was only 2 days later that it was confirmed that the game would be coming, and prior to that point it was just a rumor. The reason why I wasn't necessarily entirely convinced that Skyward Sword would be getting a remake was because so many other Zelda games have lately been rumored to be getting remakes. The reason why I spoke of Skyward Sword more specifically, or rather more frequently than the other games, as far as there being a chance of a future remaster, was because, to start with, Skyward Sword needs it the most out of all of them, to be honest, because Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask already have their 3D remakes, or 3DS remakes, I should say. And then, as well as that, Wind Waker already has a remake, or a remaster I should say, same with Twilight Princess, both on consoles that not many people own, but at the very least it's already been done. As far as a new one coming out, oh yeah, Phantom Hourglass has also been rumoured alongside Wind Waker, but it may be, I mean, may very well be the case, but I don't think that's going to come before Skyward Sword. Otherwise it would have been mentioned in Nintendo Direct, no doubt. So, yeah, it turns out that Skyward Sword was the one, and that's a very good thing because, as I previously just said, it really needs it. This game, to be honest, doesn't work with motion controls. I understand that they want to retain that. I think it's fair. But I'm really glad that they're not absolutely forcing everyone to use motion controls, because motion controls really do suck. Sorry. But, yeah, anyway, it's good to see you all. It worked out, you know, it's the usual time that I go live, sort of. I mean, yeah, pretty much. It's not later, really, than usual. Sometimes I stream at this time. But I'd like to stream about an hour before this point. But anyway, point is that, you know, it was time for me to do a Skyward Sword recording, because people generally seem to enjoy watching it. And, it's the usual time that I go live, so I can speak about the idea of a remaster coming out. Also relating to Monster Hunter, apparently Nintendo Direct gave a new trailer for Monster Hunter Rise, apparently. Well, Vernon tells me anyway, that Apex monsters have made a return. I've got no idea if that means that we're going to have to deal with wise tones. Hopefully not. But, here we go again. With this shit. I absolutely hate this, I really do. It's not as easy as you'd fucking think. Okay, what I have to do is let him attack. Otherwise he's going to fucking cause problems. There we go. By the way, I need a good shield. This is really important. I think, so far, my lack of a decent shield has really weighed on me. I really do think it's time for a decent shield. Anyway, so I guess we want to just head straight back to the sky, don't we? I don't think there's much more to be done here. From what I understand, we need to return to the place that has all the tablets. You know, the tablet pieces that we are collecting do have a thing that they set into back on the Sky Island, and if we go there, apparently we will be shown our next destination in the game. So I believe that that is what we are charged with currently. Can't speak because I literally just got out of bed. I woke up, looked at my phone. Oh, Skyward Sword for Switch confirmed. Okay, I need to go live ASAP. Here I am. To the sky. Do I want to return to the sky? Yes, I do. Again, this is assuming that there's nothing else to do here, but I'd say that's a safe assumption, wouldn't you? Bloody hair. Everything should be alright as far as lighting is concerned. This is, at least for now. Oh, they changed, Gravios to make him look a little different. To be fair, I mean, well, has Gravios appeared in a 5th gen game yet? I suppose he hasn't. I've got no idea what was introduced in Iceborne. But, yeah, I suppose it makes sense that they would give him a new model, because Gravios had retained practically the same model from 1st generation to 4th. So, I think it is about time that he properly got a new model. Whether or not it ends up looking good is a bit of a different matter, but... yeah, I don't really know either, Potato, but I'm just glad that there are options outside of motion controls. It shows that Nintendo realizes that the reason why Skyward Sword didn't do so well was because it was so gimmick-heavy. If it were not such a gimmick-heavy game, then maybe more Zelda fans would have appreciated it, because the whole idea of having such a gimmick-based Zelda game is that you tend to alienate and disenfranchise the people who are here for the Zelda experience. You know, you're trying to appeal to people who perhaps want to play some RPG by swinging their arm around stupidly at the television, but it would appear that most Zelda players do not fucking appreciate that. So I think Nintendo realizes that, and they are accommodating those who want to not be forced to do that shit, which is good. So as far as where we are supposed to go to set this tablet piece back into where it belongs, I think it's up here. I think we have to go up to the top there, don't we? Or do we not? No, I remember we had to jump off that. But maybe, no, maybe that is where we are supposed to go. I can't remember exactly, but let's just make our way over there. I think we're supposed to go up there. Excuse me. Legs hanging like a monkey. That's weird. Well, we will see. We'll see what happens with Gravios. Am I just supposed to go in there? I can't quite remember. I just remember having to take a more complicated path than this last time. Inside the Statue of the Goddess. This is where I'm supposed to go. Well, I'm glad it's nice and easy to get there. So if we interact with this, we examine it. We set our newly acquired piece of the tablet into the thing that it's supposed to be sitting in. And then, I'm assuming we will get another pillar of light. Much like the one that leads to... well, I don't really know the first thing that it leads to. It doesn't lead straight to Farron Woods. leads to the Sacred Grounds, I think it's called, yeah. Oh, this is a red one. You know what that would indicate? That would indicate a fire-based dungeon, because if we can assume the Skyward Temple to be the Forest Temple equivalent, which I would say that it is, and if that was indicated with a green pillar of light, then I can assume that the next dungeon, which is indicated, or the next location, which is indicated with a red pillar of light, will indeed be fire-based. Master, I have confirmed the location of a second opening in the cloud barrier. It is located in the skies to the northeast. This opening will allow you to access a new area on the surface. I suggest you fly there as soon as you complete necessary preparations. And there are some preparations to be made. Namely, the acquisition of a shield. That would be great. I'd love that. I don't know what you're going to get spoiled by, but either way, I'll catch you later. Number 7. Oh, there's a girl here. Kukil, where could that child have gone? There really aren't too many places for a child to hide on this island, it's kinda small. Oh, Kukil, where did you go? What will I do if she's been kidnapped? By whom? Oh, Link. Are we really gonna do this? Are we really gonna do this? So, we've just been given a new direction to go in. We've been given the task of preparing for this new location that we're going to. And what do we have to do instead? Go searching for a missing fucking child. This is exactly what's wrong with this game, right here. Well, not the only thing, but this is exactly one of the major issues with it. It's just really weirdly designed as a Zelda game, and does not do well to immerse the player. At the very least, it has failed time and time again to immerse me. It's left me sitting there going, you had Twilight Princess to go based off, and you still managed this fuck up. Anyway, what perfect timing. You haven't seen my Kukil, have you? Kooky who? Nope. I see. Please, Link, won't you help me look for her? I've been looking everywhere, but I can't find her. You do realize that this island is filled with people who have got nothing to do. Meanwhile, I'm presumably saving the world? I don't know. Am I saving Zelda or am I saving the world? Probably both. But the point is that I've got stuff to do. And almost no one else on this fucking island does. So could you not ask me? Could you maybe ask someone else? I mean, I'm not the only able-bodied young man on this island who can help you. So I'd love it if you could leave me the fuck alone. I've asked everyone I could oh, never mind. I've asked everyone I could find for help, and a few people have said she's been spotted with some unknown person with a scary face. Someone else even said they thought they'd seen her carried off by a monster. A monster. I don't really understand. So, you asked people for help, but not the same kind of help you want from me. It seems that the help you want from me is to actually help you find her. Whereas in the case of the other people you've asked, they've done nothing but give you tips. So, I mean, what has stopped you from asking people to do what I'm doing? Anyway. What? Monster Hunter Rise Switch coming to the US? I don't believe that was announced in the Nintendo Direct. I think it's been made quite clear that Monster Hunter Rise was coming to the West several months prior to the current Nintendo Direct. She must have been kidnapped. She's so cute and friendly. Someone must have just walked off with her. Find Kukil, please. Please. It breaks my heart to think she's somewhere out there crying. Please, Link. Nah. I'd love to say no, but I don't know. I think I'm required to. Thank you. The Knight Academy should be proud to have a student like you. Please find my daughter quickly. You can see Japanese aspects to video games like these that really retain none of their Japanese origins. You know, they are very Western-looking games. Japanese in design, in terms of game design. But in terms of the way they look and the way they operate. Very non-Japanese. But you do see some of that as well in the translations that you see. For instance, she referred to her own child as cute and friendly. You never refer to your own child as cute, really. In Western countries, or in those cultures. I guess it's not technically wrong, it's just you don't really do it. You don't refer to your child as, oh, she's cute. But they do in Japan. It's just a cultural difference. Like, people will in an endearing way, refer to their children as kawaii, and therefore that is reflected in the translation. Just thought I'd mention that. Anyway. Could have sworn you saw a Monster Hunter Rise Switch and a Pro Controller. Too lazy to Google at the moment. I'm confused, guys. Oh, you mean the actual... I understand. That's really funny. So what he meant was not Monster Hunter Rise for Switch. He meant the Monster Hunter Rise themed Nintendo Switch console. That's a little confusing. But yeah. I'm not going to be too surprised if they do come out with an equivalent. They won't come out with the exact same thing that Japan is getting, but they will come out with an equivalent, I wouldn't doubt. I'm just going to blow my nose because I think I kicked up a bit of dust while setting up for this recording, so I'll be back in just a moment. Alrighty. Yeah, it was really confusing. I mean, it was made clear by what Vernon said, but I had to reread it. Monster Hunter Rise Switch coming to the West. I think that was already confirmed. Oh dear. Yes, that's right, Hector. I was just talking about that in the... Oh, I actually didn't know the date, July 16th, there you go. Because again, I didn't see the whole Nintendo Direct. I tuned in for the last 30 seconds or so of the Skyward Sword thing, and then there was some other game, and that didn't really interest me. Looked like another one of those Nintendo games that I'll never play in my life. But, which is a little bit, I guess... Well... unfair, isn't it? But it is true. I don't play that many video games, and I just decided that it wouldn't be worth watching that. Some people, because they play lots of video games, they will watch the entirety of a Nintendo Direct or whatever else is out there. What's it called again? What's the Sony equivalent? I can't remember. But the point... Oh, no. Well, whatever. Just as I change the brightness, it gets brighter outside. It's always like that. I'll be back in just a second. It's always like that. But yeah, so a lot of people do watch those whole live streams. I don't. I look for the thing that I want to play, and then once that's over, I'm gone. The other game was Splatoon 3. Oh, I remember the original Splatoon. It seemed interesting, but I never wanted to play it. To be honest, I didn't even know there was a second one. Well, I actually wouldn't be opposed to a Skyward Sword themed Switch or Joy-Cons or anything like that, because the thing is, it doesn't have to be Skyward Sword specifically, because it ends up looking Zelda themed. That's the reason why I got what I have here, which is Zelda themed. These, well, not so much this. This is just this was a Club Nintendo exclusive Japanese golden nunchuck, but it goes well with this. It's the exact same shade of gold, exact same. So that's the reason why I got this. And this isn't technically Zelda themed, but this is Zelda themed. Now, while this was something that came with the Skyward Sword game, it is important to mention that there's nothing on it that says Skyward Sword. It just has the Triforce on it, and that's it. So if you don't like Skyward Sword, it doesn't mean you have to dislike Skyward Sword branded controllers and things like that, which is why I'm excited for maybe something Switch related. I don't think I'd get it, But it's nice that it's there as an option if I do have some extra money laying around and would like something Zelda themed for my Nintendo Switch. Would be nice. Yeah, Joy-Cons are a bit gross, aren't they? But I can live with that. Look, at this point, I'm going to take what I can get. As long as I don't have to swing a Wii Remote and a nunchuck around, I'm A-okay. I'm A-okay. But anyway. So what is this? I swear I saw someone interacting with this, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm going crazy. But I swear I saw someone interact with that. How? Can you imagine how much that would hurt? Okay, let's try to get on task. Apparently we're looking for a child, so we need to talk to people. Did you hear? A child who'd been playing in the graveyard went missing. Oh, great. Can you believe it? Do you really think there are monsters abducting children in our little town? Well, I didn't even realize we had a graveyard. I suppose it stands to reason. We have to bury our dead somewhere. But I didn't even know there was one. There was one there. Let's not be ridiculous here. This monster business is going a bit far. Oh, now that you mention it, there's an old man who lives near here who's always ranting about hidden monsters here in Skyloft. Oh, so now I'm not quite so... You know, I'm not suggesting something quite so far-fetched after all. Everyone knows he's a little loony though, so no one takes him seriously. You want to know where the old man is? I'd imagine he's at... Sorry about that, guys, we are back up. Don't know what happened there, my internet just conked out. It shouldn't have been... I think it was for about 10 seconds or something like that. I don't know how much of the stream that you lost, but it should be back now. But yeah, there was a disconnect for some reason. Blame my internet, I guess. But yeah, that shouldn't have been long enough to create a second archive, so we should be all good. Anyway, what I was saying is that I owe the guy at the Lumpy Pumpkin something, but it's manual labor, not money, so I should only have to refuse him. Did you snore? You didn't snore, Ethan. I've never heard you snore. You're not like Tyler. But I didn't stick around too much in the call to listen for your snoring anyway. Because you passed out and I just asked if you were awake and you weren't. So I finished my game and it was close to being done. You probably fell asleep about a minute before it finished, so... anyway, let's go to the shop, the store. Hup! Let's see if we can get a better shield. I would love the ability to get one. As long as I can afford it, I'm happy. Are you going to sell something good, sir? I know you're a creep. I think I just saw another shield. You are quite lucky, as I have a new item just in today, friend. Well, you know what? I'm not too excited because it also looks to be made out of wood. So if it's also going to be a very low durability shield, just less or slightly more durability than the, or let's say slightly more durable than the first shield, I'm not going to be overly impressed. I'd like something that will actually last. Because if this is more expensive, oh, it's iron, never mind, it still looked like wood to be honest. Okay, now that I'm looking at it more closely, it does look like a proper shield. This guy stands in a place where I can't really properly get to the shield. Who designed that? 100 rupees? It's much more durable than a wooden shield, and I'm happy to report that it won't burst into flames. That's going to be important for the next dungeon, no doubt. I suppose I should warn you that it won't protect you from electricity, which could come as a nasty shock. Ha 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 ha. 100 rupees, yes, I will take it. Oh, that's good to hear. You got an iron shield. This sturdy metal shield is unaffected by fire, but watch out for electrical attacks. I will do so. Well, we haven't encountered an enemy that deals in electricity yet, so let's be nice and careful. Yes, you guys did just time travel. That definitely did happen. I don't know what caused that. I blame the internet. I mean, that's probably a good thing to blame, because it really couldn't be anything else. I don't know what would cause my internet to just disconnect like that. It's very odd. It doesn't happen often, but of course it would happen while I'm fucking live. It's kind of frustrating. It wasn't just OBS, it was definitely my internet, because the chat disconnected as well. you have a video of Skyward Sword on Switch on your channel. From Nintendo Direct? Well, anyway, it's not going to look too different from what you're seeing right here. It's just going to be, it's a remaster, and it's just going to be higher resolution than what you're dealing with here, and outside of that it seems to be visually the same. Of course it will involve button controls, but I don't know if that's going to visually look any different in terms of what you'll be looking at with combat and the like. So there you go. Ding. Did you ever beat Skyward Sword before? No. At this point in the game I am playing blind. I really don't know what's happening in the game past this point. In fact, there were things that I saw in the Nintendo Direct trailer that I would have rather not seen, such as Link running on top of a boulder or something like that. I never really... The only gameplay that I ever saw of Skyward Sword prior to playing it was the E3 2010 demo of the game, which was stuff that I've already done so far in the game, in terms of what was demonstrated there. So I really wanted to go forward with no knowledge whatsoever, but I guess now I know that I can walk on a boulder or something. So there you go. No, that's the wrong thing. We want to press this, and that is our new shield, ladies and gentlemen. We can now worry a little less about our shield's durability. Now, in terms of other things that we might want, we've got 2 revitalizing potions, and quite frankly, I think that will be sufficient. We've got an extra heart at the moment. I think it's very odd that you start with 5 hearts. Or is it 6 that you start with? I can't remember if we actually received another heart container through heart pieces or anything like that. Well, if we started with 6 hearts, and that's pretty fucking ridiculous. I don't know, I have got no idea why they chose to do that. Why would they change that? Anyway, this game is such a mess, says Ethan. I'm not going to disagree with you on that one. We'll see if they end up coming out with an improved version of the game. Or at least sufficiently improved for me to enjoy it. I really don't know. If it's going to be a remaster, then probably not. But so far I'm really liking the durability icon and the icon of the shield in general on the heads-up display. It looks kind of clean, nice and silvery, almost a bluish silver. It's really nice looking. But as far as how good the durability is going to be, that remains to be seen. But in the meantime, oh, hello. I know where I'm going, and I don't think I really want to talk to you. You're the brain-damaged kid. What? You went to Beetle's airshop without me? That's so unfair. Why the fuck would I bring you? That would be the greatest mistake of my life. To choose to associate with you in my free time. Kukil? Well, I did see her playing over by the graveyard yesterday. My mum called me home, so I left. I don't know what she did after that. Why? Did something happen? And that's not the correct way to say that. It was more like, why? Did something happen? That wasn't correct either, because my fucking voice was caught in my throat, if you know what I mean. Oh no, I can't allow myself to do that, as we've discussed. Unless you do a run and jump, you're not going to be able to call your burn, because if you just drop off, you die. I don't understand the logic of that, even to this day, but whatever. Can't wait to play the HD version. I can. Because I need to finish this first. Alright, what the hell am I doing with myself? We are going to the Lumpy Pumpkin, let's see where that is. Oh. All the way over there. Who's flying with me? Are they aggressive or are they friendly? Skyward Sword HD will be Game of the Year. Off of the stinky facial animations alone, baby, yeah. Well, that's one thing that's probably not going to change, is the fact that all the character designs are fucking ugly. Really not a fan of the way they design the characters, particularly referring to their faces. Girahim in particular is just... well, you know, he makes me sick to my stomach when I look at him. Which is what you would call a scathing review. At least by my standards. I typically don't feel sick to my stomach when I look at a person, but I certainly do when I look at Girahim. He's just an ugly bastard. We want to go that way, yeah. Oh goody. I feel like he is not falling at terminal velocity. Well, not that he'd be falling at terminal velocity, I just mean he doesn't seem to be in free fall. He doesn't seem to be falling at the natural speed of a human falling through the air. So I guess he's just really light. Hello, person who wants my head. This is the person we want to speak to. He's apparently a little crazy. You have that gullible look that says you might take an old man's rambling seriously. Well, you've already made it harder for me to believe anything that comes out of your mouth, sir. So tell me, do you believe in the Skyloft monsters? I don't really know. I shouldn't even call it a monster, it's a demon, I tell ya. But no one can say for sure because no one's seen it and lived to tell the tale. Well, you do know, Ethan, that motion controls are coming back. And also, we do have additional button controls. So motion controls have stayed, the reason being that they want to retain pretty much the system that the game was designed around. And then they're also going to allow for button controls, but it doesn't seem to be your standard button controls. We're going to see what happens. It might even be worse than motion controls, you never know. But for now, it seems like they're working to improve what I'm playing right now. And in terms of the game being darker, I don't think so. There's probably going to be less bloom, it's probably going to be more... I would say the lighting will be improved, but I think it'll still be a bright game, that's what I think. Wah-huh? You want to know how come I'm telling the tale if nobody who's seen it is left alive? Can you speak English? Is that it? Yep. Alright. So yeah, right stick to attack is awfully reminiscent of first generation Monster Hunter, so at least I'll have the required experience to possibly enjoy that right out of the gate. Yeah, well, I saw it, but I was able to escape by the seat of my pants. I was saved by my cat-like reflexes, I tell you. Any regular person wouldn't have lived long enough to scream. Anyway, I saw the thing, I tell you. There's a great big tree in the cemetery. I walked by that tree in the middle of the night, and I saw it hit the gravestone nearest the tree, and the gravestone lit up. It pushed the gravestone, and the door to the storage shed opened up all by itself. The monster then went into the shed, and then it closed the door behind itself, which was unexpectedly polite for a demon. It was the most terrifying thing these old eyes have ever seen. If you're smart, you'll stay clear of the cemetery in the middle of the night. Okay. I didn't even know that... Well, how do I get time to pass? I don't know. Yeah, motion controls might be fine with the Joy-Cons, I've got no idea. All I can say is that the advancement in technology in general will make it so that the motion controls on the Switch are going to be better than what we're dealing with here on the Wii, so... I'm looking forward to the game in general. I mean, I'm not desperate to play it as soon as possible, but I think it'll be an improvement. And this game needs it. It needs a second chance. It needs a second wind. Because it really did suck when it came out. And it still fucking sucks. So, it deserves a second chance. It deserves to really show the world that it's just average and not complete and utter dog shit. That's my feeling on the matter. Am I going in the right direction? No, I'm not. Well, fuck me. Just go, you stupid fucking bird. It's very easy for this bird to lose its momentum. I'll tell you that much. So we've got that red pillar over there, but before we go there, we apparently need to rescue a child. I don't know why. I mean, maybe we don't have to do that, but it feels like we do. So I'm gonna do it. Because I'm a nice guy. Whoa. Tilting myself all over the place because I'm checking OBS to make sure everything looks fine. Well, what I'll probably do in the Skyward Sword recording in the HD version, which I will do, I wonder if I should do a Let's Play or a live stream playthrough. I suppose I'll do a live stream playthrough of it, because the Let's Play can be this game, and then the live stream playthrough can be that. Because I'm never going to replay this game, I don't think. At least not anytime soon, but now that I think about it, I don't even know where the cemetery is in this fucking place. Anyway, yeah, I think I will play the HD version in the live stream playthrough series. So, July of this year. I wonder what I'll have done by then. Hopefully I'll have, well, I'll definitely have, whatever it's called. Castlevania Legacy of Darkness taken care of. Hopefully I can get that done and one more live stream playthrough done by that point. We'll see what happens. I think Skyward Sword is pretty good, but I love all Zelda, especially 2. Oh god. So I may have an unconditional bias. The game getting 10 out of 10s across the board on release though? Big yikes. Okay, well, I don't really think this is a good Zelda game. I think it's been made very clear purely by the fact that you can compare it directly to the game that preceded it, that it's really not very well designed as a Zelda game. Believe me, I'm a big Zelda fan as well, but this thing, I can't really... there isn't too much positive that I can say about it. At least, so far. And keep in mind, I've only completed the first dungeon ever in this game, so maybe there is more to experience, more to enjoy. Who knows? I don't know where the fucking cemetery is in this place. No idea. You'll definitely not have Breath of the Wild done. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, I can try. Again, the reason why I'm not doing Breath of the Wild at the moment is because my Wii U's out of action. Otherwise, I would be recording it about as frequently as I'm recording Skyward Sword right now. But, yeah, I regret to say that it's going to be another week at least until I can get my Wii U in working order again. So, yeah, until that point, we're just going to have to be patient when it comes to that. Where is the fucking graveyard? Maybe I can check the map. Maybe it's in the map somewhere. Statue of the Goddess, Sparring Hall, Sheikah Stone, Bird Statue. Bird Statue. That place, Bazaar. Plaza, Light Tower, Graveyard. Okay, it's over there. That's very interesting. Over here, is it? I'm not, like, terrible in my directing. No, I'm not. Well, my sense of direction is not terrible, that is to say. Okay. So I believe it's right over towards where we can see the light pillar. Not literally over there, but just, you know, using that as a point of reference, we can probably get to where we want to go. But we need to be there at nighttime. I don't know how the hell we... How do we change it to nighttime? How does that work? Is time actually passing right now? I have to stop dowsing for Zelda. This is pissing me off. Okay, I don't think time's actually passing. Is the sun moving? It doesn't really look like it, does it? How do I pass time? Do I have to go to my bed? I've never tried it. Let's try going to my bed. I do not see how else I could make it turn to nighttime. I don't have a song to play. I don't have a person to talk to. I can only go to my bed and sleep during the day like a fucking vampire. That is my only way forward. They should mirror Skyward Sword HD like they did with Twilight Princess. They didn't mirror it in Twilight Princess HD. They gave it the correct fucking orientation. It was mirrored in the Wii version for Twilight Princess, as opposed to the GameCube version, because they wanted Link to be right-handed. You know that. Go to your bed? Yeah, I think so. That would make sense to me. But yeah, I don't know if you're joking, Potato, but yeah, the Wii was mirrored. And the GameCube was the correct orientation, and then the HD version by default had the correct non-mirrored version. Oh, this is my room, because my name just appeared on the screen. Time to go to my bed. Sleep. How long do you want to sleep? Until night, thank you. Oh, you're gonna strip? No, apparently not. That's exactly how you sleep. If you're tired, you jump into the air and slam yourself down on your bed and you'll be asleep in no time. Perhaps from a concussion. But anyway, it is now nighttime, and we can go to the graveyard. Sounds scary to me. I'm officially spooked out. Hello? Okay. Sorry, I'll find another way out. I thought that was just the way out. Why is that locked? We get locked in during the night? What the fuck is going on? Okay, I have to find another way out here. What about this? Oh no, I don't want to fucking talk to you. Headmaster Owl, man. Alright, there should be an exit. This had better not be fucking locked as well. Thank you. Why was the other one locked? I guess this is the back exit. I would understand if it were locked on the other side, but I should be able to leave by going out there, surely. God, look at the brilliance of the light at night time. Alrighty. This guy's patrolling, I guess. Good for him, good for him. Oh, that's a... People are saying there can't be any monsters in Skyloft. Yeah, bull fucking shit. Check this out. I'm fighting them right now. You want me to take a picky? Oh, do I have a bug net? No, I don't think I had the money to buy a bug net, did I? I almost do. I wonder if I should spend my 100 rupees on, like, my next 100 rupees on a bug net. Might be worthwhile. Let's get some more money, shall we? We're getting a discovery sound every single time I acquire one of those. There we go. Get out of here. I don't need your heart, actually. Oh, I thought I was about to attack you. Oh, I am actually wanting to attack you because... Which gives me some level of satisfaction because that thing was pissing me off in the past. Seriously, does no one just go outside at night on this island? The mere concept of there being monsters out during the night here just being almost hilarious to think about, and yet it's actually happening, and all you would need to do is look out your fucking window at night to confirm that to be the case. Is there another one of you, or did you just fucking teleport? That is a question to ask. Alrighty. So graveyard should be over here. Oh no, this is not looking quite right. Oh no, this is quite right actually. Alright, so we're at the graveyard at night. What's happening? We probably want to open one of the graves, do we? Most likely. I don't know which of these is where we want to go, but I'm sure through process of elimination we will work it out. So I think the storage house is where we actually want to go, and I guess pulling one of these gravestones is going to get us in there. Move. That didn't fucking do anything. That didn't fucking do anything. That didn't fucking do anything. Oh, we got something. What was that? Oh, just a green rupee. Nothing too exciting. Am I just going to be pulling graves all day? All night, I guess. Come on. I'm sure pulling one of these graves is going to get me into the place I'm supposed to go. Is this really it? The last one I try is going to be the right one? No! I've pulled them all, haven't I? What the fuck am I what am I expected to do? What more do you want than that? Rolling into the tree does nothing. Doing that does nothing. What the fuck is this? Am I missing something? I was told to come to the graveyard at night. The opening of the storehouse was, I suppose, referenced in relation to interacting with gravestones. I don't really know what else they want me to do. Why would this be so complicated? Does anyone know? Because I'm a little bit stumped. I was expecting it to be pretty fucking simple, but so far, this is looking a bit not simple. I mean, I don't think I'd have to pull these in a specific order. That would be a bit weird, wouldn't it? This is just not... This doesn't make any sense that they would actually make this more complicated than this. I don't mind puzzles in the game, but this doesn't seem necessary at all. Well, if it's a pattern, then that's some dumbass shit, because I don't believe anyone has referenced a pattern. What I'm gonna do, because I'm what you would call lazy, I'm gonna check online, because I personally can't believe that they're making it so difficult. My chroma key is fine, apparently. Skyward Sword. Oh, it is a pattern. The Skyward Sword graveyard pattern. Here we fucking go. How annoying is this? So you do need a specific pattern. I'm sure you can see the pattern somewhere, or there is a hint as to what the pattern is, but I don't have the fucking time for that. Who does? Okay, so the graveyard in Skyward Sword is located in the... okay. If Link pushes one of the graves, a green or blue rupee comes out of it. The graveyard also has a shed leading to Batro's house that can't initially be opened, though later on Link is able to enter it. After Link has placed the ruby tablet, it's okay, yeah. He tells you, yeah. Only after talking to Rooster. Okay, Link can strike his sword at the grave near the tree. You've got to be fucking me. You've got to be fucking me. What do you mean, the graveyard near the tree? That's what it says. Okay. I suppose the hint was that something was glowing, and then if you think glowing, you think Skyward Strike? I don't know. It's stupid. I don't like that. I don't think that was intelligently done at all. You're going to use a guide for Zelda, you poser? Yeah, well, I don't know many people who would choose to go through Majora's Mask blind without a guide. That's a lot of work. I mean, in the old days people did it, that's for sure. But even then, you'd go and get yourself a written guide, wouldn't you? Even I have a written guide for Majora's Mask. It's a big colour printout called Prima Magazine. Probably is quite valuable by now. Stop screaming! I don't need your screaming. I deal with actual screaming children in my neighbourhood. And Ethan will definitely give testament to that fact. Alright. Looks like we do have a demon-looking thing. Hello. You look like a... I don't know. I don't even know how to refer to you. I mean, you've got... You almost look like a really bad superhero villain. Yeah, exactly. Stop, please, I beg of you, don't hurt me. Oh, goodness, I don't know how bad this must look to you right now, but I assure you I mean no harm. We were just playing the Scream as Loud as You Can game. Okay. Isn't that a fun game? Oh dear, perhaps an explanation is in order. Yes, it is. My name is Batro, and I am a monster who resides... So you are a monster. I thought it was just an outfit or something. And I am a monster who resides here in this humble dwelling below Skyloft. But please allow me to correct one popular misconception. While I'm certainly a monster, I wouldn't dream of terrorizing the people of this town. Well, why did you kidnap a child? Anyway, you see, this adorable little girl is the only one who didn't let loose a blood-curdling scream at the sight of me. Since she began to visit me here, I've felt positively jubilant. You see, my heart's only wish is to become friends with the lovely people of Skyloft. At the moment, I'm getting a lot of red flags from you. You've gone and stolen an adorable little child because she wasn't afraid of you, and the mother's worried sick, and you're just generally creepy. But as you can surely imagine, it has proven quite difficult to break the ice when they are struck with paralyzing fear at the mere sight of me. Yes, I would definitely expect people to be paralyzed with fear at the sight of you, or at the very least paralyzed with disgust. I assure you nothing would fill my heart with joy more than to be friends with the fine people of this town. Can you just maybe go somewhere else? And give me this fucking kid, because I have a quest to bring this child back to its mother. But as soon as I try to approach any of them and extend my claw in friendship, they run and scream as though they've seen a walking nightmare. As though they have? Alright, silly me, I've gotten ahead of myself. You see, there is an old tale among my monstrous kin that goes as follows. It seems that when humans make other humans happy, the happy humans produce a substance known as a gratitude crystal. Okay. Gratitude crystals are quite amazing. Just looking at them and knowing there was such gratitude in the world could turn me from a monster into a human. What is this game? I mean, you've got so many Zelda games to base this game off of. And you can still manage something this bad. I mean, this is awful. I mean, why do I care about any of this? All I wanted to do was just progress to the next dungeon. Next thing you know, I'm going and looking for some fucking kid, and now I'm talking to this freak, who incidentally has a lot to say. I don't really think this is well designed. I don't think it's complicated either. You know, making a good Zelda game when you've got so many, you know, games that act as proof of concept. They really have succeeded, but this is a joke. It's not well written. Anyway, oh goodness, nothing would delight me more than to become a human. From the moment I laid my regrettably demonic eyes on you, I could tell you had a gentle and generous heart. Won't you please gather gratitude crystals and show them to me? I'd love to say nope. Can you not make creepy noises? Truly, you'll help me? Well, apparently I'm supposed to. I'd love it if I didn't have to, but I'm assuming that if it's being offered to me, then I should be taking it up and doing it. This is ridiculous. Oh, I see. So the Majora's Mask 3D game actually has an option for hints and a better bomber's notebook. I don't think I'd want hints enabled. I understand why they have that option, though. I've heard that you can obtain pure gratitude crystals by helping people solve their problems. Great. So I guess we bring back that child, get the gratitude crystal, and bring it back to him. At least I'm hoping so. They could also be merely lying about here in Skyloft or somewhere else among the clouds. Anywhere you find people. I'm sure someone with a heart as pure and genuine as yours will be able to see them. Please solve some troubles and gather me all the gratitude crystals you can find. Sorry, could you give me an actual number? All the gratitude crystals I can find is not really clear. Any help you can provide will be dearly appreciated. I promise your assistance will not go unrewarded. Well, I fucking well hope so. Nice sash, or I guess it's more like an obi? I don't really know, it's too big for an obi even. I don't know what you're wearing, but it's ridiculous. Anyway, hello. He's not a bad man. He saved me one time when I almost fell over the edge, and he lets me come here and scream as loud as I want. What? Okay. Anyway, he said it was dangerous to go out alone at night, so I'll just hang out here for a while. Tell my mum I'll come home in the morning. I don't even know where your fucking mother is. And isn't that a little bit strange? Anyway. Yeah. I don't even really know what the hell is going on here. Scream as loud as you can game. This is so stupid. I mean, I get that it's supposed to be funny, but it's not. It's not at all. It's a waste of time. I just want to fucking... I mean, okay, so I need to get gratitude crystals or whatever the hell. And I'm assuming that I can get one of them by speaking to the mother, but if I tell the mother this, I don't think she's going to be grateful. I think she's going to be like, what the fuck is going on? My child is somewhere, but she'll be back in the morning? Why don't you just bring her here now? You know, that's going to be the natural reaction. Now, my second concern is I don't know where this woman is. I mean, I can hope that she's standing where I last saw her, but it's night time. I mean, we could say that she's so distraught that she couldn't return home and sleep. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Fucking slimes. I'd like more enemies to be killed in that way, to be honest. A bit less gimmicky, you know. Alright, where is this woman? Let's hope she's still standing here. My guess is that it's gonna be negative on that one. How did I fucking guess that one? Well, where does she even live? I don't know where she lives. I don't even know her name. So... okay, if the child is going to be back by morning... Listen, she said, tell my mum I'll be back by morning. If I skip ahead to morning, I could assume that the child would be back by then. All I wanted to do... oh, fuck off. Whoa there, trainee, you'll never be promoted to full knighthood if you can't learn how to keep your wits about you. I'd love it if the controls could keep their wits about them. Oh, and don't let me catch you going out flying at night. Only trained knights such as myself should be doing that. You take care now. Hey. Fucking hell. Well, thanks for your assistance. All I really wanted to do was go and pick this fucking thing up, but no, I start climbing a wall to my death. Or a railing, we could call it. Okay, so anyway, if I do take the child at her word, that I should be letting the mother know that she will return in the morning, then I should be finding the mother at night before the morning comes. So I have to go and find the fucking woman. What great joy. Really, what great joy. Fuck off with this shit, man. Anyway. I don't know where she's going to be. Let's where are the residential areas in this game? Is this... I mean, realistically, you'd think people's houses would be fucking locked. I'd love it if you were in here, lady. Oh, it's this creepy guy. Oh, it's you! Okay, well, there you go. You're married to the creep with the really weird face, which doesn't surprise me. Oh, you found Kukil? Well, I guess it's good to hear she's at least with a friendly and responsible adult, but I just can't wait to see her. Where's my fucking gratitude crystal? I didn't have to tell you shit, lady. I could have just left you in the dark. But no, you don't give me even one fucking gratitude crystal. Okay. Well, therefore, if I've spoken to her here like this, and then I go and see her in the morning, when the child has been returned safely, then maybe I'll get a fucking gratitude crystal. Why I have to absolutely sweat myself to death just to get a fucking gratitude crystal so that I can make some random ass guy human, I've got no idea. But that's Skyward Sword. That's what I'm supposed to be doing right now, apparently. I need to actually work out where the hell I am. It's not as easy to see where I am at night. I'm just not used to the way it all looks. I hate having an audio cue to suggest that I'm almost out of stamina. It's so unnecessary and honestly just annoying. Sorry. Oh, fuck off. Get off me, you dick. Alright. Alright, sounds good. I mean, what more... I don't know. There's always something to discuss, isn't there? At this point, I'm just waiting for the full game. I don't have much else to discuss in relation to Monster Hunter Rise. I'm not going the right way. I need to go over here. Here we go. I'm assuming that that other entrance is still locked. If it was locked from the inside, I can guess that it was bloody well locked on the outside, so... We want to go in through here, go to our bed, and sleep. I'll have to go down. I wish I could just sprint. Just absolutely fly down the stairs, wake everyone up, launch myself onto the bed, and then sleep and worry about everyone's inconvenience in the morning. Alright. How long do you want to sleep? Until morning. Until night. Okay. There you go. Starfish. Throws himself onto the bed, and then pretends to be a starfish. You know how some people, there was a time on YouTube, it was, you know, a while ago now, but people used to comment very random things. One example, just on any video, one example that I saw, maybe 2 or 3 times, was, sometimes I like to lay on my bed and pretend to be a carrot. That's an example of the kind of comment that I'm talking about. And it strikes me as kind of funny that Link could be one of those people commenting on a video back then and saying, sometimes I like to lay on my bed and pretend to be a starfish. Now, I don't know if any of you find that funny. My guess is that that would be a negative. But, hey. Thought I would give you some insight into the workings of Doom Link's brain. Because as soon as I saw him pretending to be a starfish, you know, my mind went back to the memory of people talking about the fact that they like to pretend to be carrots while laying on bed. So, there you go. Very interesting. So what we're going to do is, just while I'm thinking of it, because I do think that I might forget, I'm going to buy a bug net from Beetle's ship, and then after that, we are going to... Oh, I have the bug net already, silly me. I'm glad I checked, because I was going to need the slingshot in order to get the, Yeah, I think I got 2. You caught 2 blessed butterflies. These insects are commonly found in every province. In rare cases, you can find them flying in strange locations. That was a really disgusting still there of Link's face. He was like, Anyway. I guess we can... Whoa, look how low res that is. Are you seeing how low res that fucking pinwheel is? That's disturbing. That almost hurts my eyes to look at. Anyway. Now we know you were one of those kids, Doom. One of which kids? Oh, one of those kids who pretended to be a carrot while laying on their bed. No, I certainly wasn't. Or maybe you're referring to something else. Unfortunately, because there is a delay on the stream, sometimes I have to really guess at what people are referring to when they're not specific in the comments. Or in the chat, that is. So I guess we can go to that house if I can work out where exactly it is. It was at night time previously, and as I said, I do have a bit of a unclear view of wherever I am. Here we go. This is where we want to be. Kukil's house. Apparently the house is, you know, owned by the child. So there you go. Hello, are you happy? Oh, Link! Kukil is safely back at home and it's all because of you. How do you know that? It really isn't all because of me. It's not like, if the child was with a responsible adult, then surely that means the child was going to return anyway. So really I had nothing to do with it, except for the fact that I, you know, allowed you to stop worrying about it, or put your mind at ease. There we go. Having a mental blank there. But yeah, just because I put your mind at ease doesn't mean that I was the entire reason as to why the child returned home. I don't know how to express my gratitude. I can finally smile and laugh again. Thank you ever so much. Gratitude crystal! What a weird fucking system. You've got 5 gratitude crystals, fucking hell. These crystals are feelings of gratitude in crystallized form. Is this part of the lore? Is this canon? Because I think it's dumb. It must have taken a lot of gratitude to produce this bunch of 5 crystals. Helping people feels good. Wow, I just feel like going out and helping people now that I've played Skyward Sword. Hello, kid. No, it's you, Link. Uncle Bats told me he wants to see all the grabitude crackles. All the grabitude crackles he can. But how's he going to do that? I'll fucking show you how. There are only a finite number of houses in Skyloft. Well, this is true. But the point is that, I'd like to get there as soon as possible, and I did. I did get there as soon as possible. I was able to work out exactly where I was, much more easily than I expected. I thought I was going to be a lot more confused than that. Alright, so the graveyard is over here? Yes, it is. Alright, is it closed? No, it's just perpetually open. Okay. I'm gonna leap down. Leap down. Yeah. Who has the patience for this? You wanna know good game design? Hold circle. Like the Souls games did it. And like many fucking games have done it. Alright. Batro's house. Don't know if it's Batro or Batro or Berchaux. Okay. Oh, you've gathered quite a lot of gratitude crystals, haven't you? How magnificent. Yeah, can I get done with this whole thing? Why do you have a picture of yourself on the wall? Or a painting, whatever it is. Please take this as a token of this demon's deepest appreciation. You got the medium wallet. Well, I guess this wasn't a requirement, but you know what? It sort of felt like it was, because it was thrust before me. Anyway, the hefty capacity of this wallet allows you to store up to 500 rupees in it. Well, that's not too bad, but I feel like I'm really not able to keep my rupees these days. Every time I gather just enough rupees to buy something, I end up spending them. I'm still going to need more gratitude crystals to become a human. Please, won't you aid a poor unfortunate demon in need? No, because I'm not doing 100% in this game, and I certainly wouldn't help you in the way that you want me to, unless I was doing 100% in this game. His quest is like Korok seeds, yeah. Seems like a fucking waste of my time. But at least I got a wallet out of it, so I didn't completely waste my time. Which is a good thing. Because then I'd be really quite livid. So before I finish this video, I'm probably going to make my way to the next dungeon. Not to the next dungeon. It'll probably be like going to the Sacred Grounds or Sacred Grove, I think it's Sacred Grounds. It'll be similar to that in that I'm not immediately at the dungeon. It'll probably take another video after going down to the surface via that column of light until I actually reach the dungeon. But yeah, we're going to head down there and find our first bird statue, and then at that point we will end the video. That sounds like a good plan to me. Alrighty. Call the bird. I don't really need to finish it, and quite frankly, I am glad that it's not a requirement of the game, but the way it was given to me, it didn't seem like a side quest to me. It seemed like something that I actually needed to do to go forward, but I guess it wasn't a requirement. I just saw the woman who wanted to talk, and then I assumed that I was meant to do that. I don't know. Okay, now. Alright. I can't help but tilt my hand, apparently, when I'm sneezing. It's because I kicked up all that dust before I started the recording. Anyway. Well, that's not the reason for my hand tilting. That is, however, the reason for my sneezing. It seems to be happening once every 20 minutes. Maybe even less. Let's say every 15. Well, I probably shouldn't have used that last boost, but well, they come back pretty quickly, so it's not a big deal. They do it differently here, of course, with Epona, in both Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask, incidentally. You get all of your boosts back if you've used them all. It just takes a little while to get them all back. That's fine. Oh, and welcome back, Vernon. As you can see, we are in a fire location. And we've got some embers that we are, you know, coming on through. Coming down through is what I meant to say. Master, this is Elden Volcano. It is an active volcano rich with the power of the earth. It's an active volcano, is it? Never would have guessed that one. Active? Are you sure? Yeah, it's clearly active. I'm just making fun of this terrible character. Approximately 65% of the region is covered by lava. It is inhabited by a large number of creatures that thrive in the extreme heat and direct flame. What child can read that in that time? Please exercise caution with flammable materials such as wood and fabric. I was able to, because I was reading the Lord of the Rings books at quite a young age, but your average child couldn't. In the event you catch on, well, in the event I can read that in that time, I'd be a superhuman. But no, that's not child-friendly. Let me skip the text at my own pace. Alright. Anyway. So with that, I think we can save. This looks a little dangerous. I guess I don't want to touch these things, otherwise they'll be lit on fire. Something like that. Well, this is an interesting change of scenery anyway. And this is what it means to play a Zelda game. You know, you just progress through different locales, and it's quite fun after a while, but I'm not having as much fun with Skyward Sword as your average Zelda game, I will say that much. Anyway, I think that's a good exit point, or a good finishing point anyway. And I do thank you all for watching this video. It is quite exciting that we will be getting a remastered version of this game in the future, and that has definitely spurred me on to get this finished by July of this year, which should happen. I don't think it's going to take much more than a month from now to get this game finished. It might, I mean, it might take a month or two. Really depends on what I'm doing outside of playing Skyward Sword, but I think I'm doing alright as far as, you know, how much I'm getting done within a week or two span of time, so yeah, hopefully I can get this done fairly soon, definitely before the release of the remaster, so then I can play the remaster in the livestream playthrough series. I'll have to negotiate whatever I'm doing in the livestream playthrough series leading up to the release so that I'm not in the middle of some other livestream playthrough when that releases. Will I get it on release? Maybe not. It really depends on how I feel. If I feel like I don't want to play through Skyward Sword again, immediately after having finished the Let's Play pretty much, then maybe I'll hold off on it until later on in the year, or maybe even 2022. But what I will say is that there is a very good chance that I'm probably not going to be as eager to play the remastered version immediately after this, considering that I really don't like this game that much. If we look at Twilight Princess and my willingness to play the original Japanese version after doing the HD version on this channel, I don't think there's much of a chance of that happening, because I love Twilight Princess. I do not love this game. So, we'll see what happens either way, but I'm going to try and keep the livestream playthrough series open and ready to accept that new game in July. But yeah, I do thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time I'm recording Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Bye bye.